In this video, I'm gonna be showing you step by step how you can use Claude Code with ElevenLabs to create a voice AI agent that's gonna be a customer support for your website and your service. And it's gonna be trained on your files, and at the end of this material, you will have your very own agent embedded on your website like this. You can start a call, talk with your agent, and have a meaningful conversation, and users that visit your service can talk with this agent. Now let me show you a quick demo. So at the left side we've got our page, which is Tempo, which is a simpler way to schedule our meetings. And at the right side I've got FHQ, so the document I uploaded as a knowledge base for this voice agent. I can literally start a call my agent.
Hey there, I'm Tempo's assistant. Ask me anything about scheduling with Tempo and I'll help you out.
Hello, so to begin with, could you tell me what is Tempo?
Hi there. Tempo is a modern, lightweight scheduling tool that helps you share your availability with others so they can book time with you directly without all the back and forth emails. It's designed to make scheduling super easy.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, can you tell me how do I create my first booking page?
You're very welcome. To create your first booking page after you've signed up, just click New Event Type on your dashboard. Then you'll set your availability windows, choose a duration for your meetings, and copy the shareable link. It's really that simple, and you'll be live in under 2 minutes.
And now, the last question, does Tempo integrate with Zoom or Google Meet or any other application?
Yes, Tempo absolutely integrates with Zoom and Google Meet. You can connect your conferencing account under Settings and Integrations, and Tempo will automatically generate a unique meeting link for every confirmed booking. We also support Zapier and Make, which lets you connect Tempo to thousands of other apps like your CRM or marketing tools.
So now you could have seen how it works. And once again, by the end of this video, once you follow all the steps I will show in this material, you will have your very own agent working for you on your landing page and answering any questions you want. Alright, now you've seen how our AI agent works in action, so let's dive in the actual build. And we'll start with capabilities, because you need to understand what each agent is capable to do. And we've got 4 pieces of every AI agent. The first one is obviously a system prompt. So whenever we go to our AI agent, we create agent with any tool, we've got a system prompt that runs in a background. So here we give a role, and then we give all information. It could be anything, how agent should behave, what it should do, what tools it should use, and so on and so on. So I think I don't need to explain it further. Then we've got voice we use, and it is very interesting because when we go to ElevenLabs, here we've got a voice, actually multiple voices we can choose. That will be that our agent will be using. So for example, also I've got my voice.
The best way out is always through.
Kind of okay.
In 3 words, I can sum up every...
And there we've got different voices, so if we don't like one voice, we can choose another one and we can switch between them. So let's say for one period of time you use Will, but then you prefer afterwards, I don't know, 1 month, you prefer to choose Lily.
I have never been hurt.
Okay. The next thing we have is a knowledge, which is very important because we'll be using the knowledge tab right here, knowledge base, for providing our documents for a customer support assistant. And whenever you create an agent, I would say, probably you would need to use this tab and upload some knowledge. It needs to do something, all right? And it needs to remember or have some knowledge base, how to perform a task, even though it's very simple. To make it professional, knowledge base should be attached, even a single document. And at the end, we've got tools. So when we go here to a tab, we've got different tools. For example, this agent is embedded, and adhered to an NADN. However, you've got different tools. You can add custom MCP server. So you can literally just provide even system tools, so detect language, skip turn, transfer to agent, and so on and so on. So yeah, this is another capability. So we've got 4 of them. Once again, system prompt, voice we use, knowledge, and tools. And in this video, we'll be using this 3. Also, very quickly, let me tell you 3 ways of using our agent. So the first one is ElevenLabs dashboard, and we can test it out right here. So when we have our agent, we can send a message and start speaking with our agent literally. This is the first option to test it out inside ElevenLabs, even before you embed it somewhere or use for any other purpose. The next option is to embed this agent on website or anywhere you want. And we'll be doing it in this video. So literally when you go to widget tab, then you just copy this code. However, be very careful because once someone has access to it, it can literally just take your agent, embed on its website, and then use your credits. So be sure that this code, there are no leaks. And the third option is phone. So you can, for example, use Twilio to give your agent a phone number. And then from this phone number, your agent can call some clients or even receive calls and then speak with the customers itself. Alright, so now let's dive into the actual build. And actually for it, I will be using some landing page I created in one of the videos in this course. And then what I did, I brought it to Visual Studio where I have Claude code. And now what we are gonna do is to actually speak with our agent about the entire project, telling it that we need to connect to ElevenLabs and create here our agent, voice agent, and we'll give all the details along the way. And of course, we'll have probably some iterations. Yeah, so it's gonna take some time. However, we can begin. And now at the first run, I will try to give as much information as I can about my entire project. All right, so your job is to integrate for me an ElevenLabs voice agent and find ways to do this. And now let me give you some context. So to begin with, we've got a project, we've got a website which is called Tempo, and here you've got all the files. I would like to integrate this customer support agent that's gonna have knowledge base, and now I'm gonna add the knowledge base myself. So it's gonna base on these documents and we'll be answering people on live that are interested about our service. So it's gonna be actually our customer support on our website. And also, please help me to figure out how we can actually integrate this voice agent. Please connect to ElevenLabs and make sure that you can create an agent itself. Additionally, if you have some questions, please let me know. Also, make sure and remember that I'm gonna add the files later. So once we create the agent, we create the system prompt and everything around, I'm gonna add the knowledge base myself. All right, so I believe it's fine. This is not that vague prompt. So yeah, we can start doing this entire thing. Maybe first, what I could do is start with a plan mode. So let's maybe open a new chat and let's start with a plan mode. So I'm gonna see the entire plan and we'll for sure have some iterations. I'm not expecting that to work at the first run. However, the first objective we need to have and acquire is having Claude code to connect to ElevenLabs. Then it should create for us an agent itself. And we'll do, if it works, we'll embed it and do all of the stuff, okay? Also, we'll ask it to embed this agent on our landing page. However, remember, for example, I forgot to tell, embed this agent on my landing page. However, I felt it would be too much, I would say. Firstly, let's do these things, make sure they work. Then we can test our agent and embed it on our website. And we'll do all of the stuff, iterations and so on. So now you can notice it actually works and we've got a lot of bashes here. So right now we have some questions. The first one is about API key. So I will give you an API key. Capabilities, answer FAQs from KB. Yeah, it's gonna be the core behavior. Then we have a tone. So it's gonna be, let's say, friendly, conversational, and placement bottom right for sure. Let's submit our answers. So now we have a plan right here about the context, how ElevenLabs fits a static site. So what we have, tempo is scheduling product, its site is a single static file, okay? This is the context, how ElevenLabs fits a static site. We are gonna embed this agent, files to create, modify. Okay, it seems okay. We've got steps right here. So the first one is agent coding. The second step is system prompt, for sure. This is what I wanted to achieve, to create a system prompt for our agent. Create agent script, embed it in the website. It's fine. Knowledge base done by the user later, end-to-end, fine. Yes, let's auto accept this thing. And now I'm gonna switch to bypass permissions. So it's not gonna ask for any, I would say, actions. It wanna make and follow. Now, what it says, everything is built except the one step that needs your ElevenLabs API key. Okay, so let's go ahead to ElevenLabs. Now we can go ahead to developers API keys and let's create my API key. Of course, later I'm gonna delete it. So what we can do is actually, I'm go ahead and type landing page API. Now let's disable restrict key option. Let's create the key and let's copy this thing and then provide it right there. Let's paste it and let it run. Create our agent. Thanks running the creation script now. I'd also recommend rotating this key afterwards since it appeared in chat. Makes sense. Additionally, when I go right now to ElevenLabs, I see this voice agent is created. So it's like tempo customer agent, and we have the system prompt. So what we have, personality, environment, goal, when you answer, guardrails, perfect. Also, we have the first message. So hey there, I'm Tempo's assistant. Ask me anything about scheduling with Tempo and I will help you out. Also, now it seems like it's done. The voice agent is live and wired into the site. Everything verified. And we've got our local host when we can open our landing page. And then let's take a look. Yeah, we've got it. So we've got this agent right here. We can start a call. Okay, let's call it.
Hey there, I'm Tempo's assistant. Ask me anything about scheduling with Tempo and I'll help you out.
Hello, could you tell me about the Tempo website?
Hello there. Tempo is a scheduling platform designed to help individuals and teams book meetings easily without all the usual back and forth. It cross-references calendars to prevent double bookings, lets you set your availability, and provides shareable booking links. Is there anything specific you'd like to know about?
Makes sense. But we need to remember we didn't provide our knowledge base. But still, it worked. Okay? So for now, let's provide our knowledge base. Because Tempo is a draft landing page, I didn't have documents for it, so I thought I'm gonna generate them with Claude Cowork. I gave an access to a folder with files, and then I have two documents. The first one is about FHQ, and we have like questions such as what is Tempo, is Tempo free to use, which calendar providers does Tempo support. So it's enough. Also, we've got Tempo troubleshooting guide. And now we can download these files and then insert them inside ElevenLabs. So let's go here, show it in folder. We have two files right there inside Tempo website. Then let's go here, add documents, add files, and let's drag and drop them here. And then click add files. So we'll test out if it works. And the first question is gonna be about, let's ask what is Tempo. And now even let me maybe split the screen and we'll be asking constant questions from our document.
Hey there, I'm Tempo's assistant. Ask me anything about scheduling with Tempo and I'll help you out.
Hello, could you tell me what is Tempo?
Hi there. Tempo is a scheduling platform designed to help individuals and teams book meetings effortlessly. It cross-references everyone's calendars to prevent double bookings, lets you set your availability and buffer times, and provides shareable booking links. It's all about making scheduling simple and efficient.
Thank you so much. Now, could you tell me how do I change my email address on Tempo website?
You're very welcome. Regarding changing your email address, I can't access personal account details or settings from my end. For any account-specific changes like that, I recommend reaching out directly to the Tempo team. They'll be able to help you with that.
Thank you so much. Will I lose my data if I downgrade?
That's a great question about downgrading. I don't have information about specific data retention policies for account downgrades in my knowledge base.
Okay, so now we can see like our knowledge base doesn't work for now. So in that case, let's go to Visual Studio to Claude, and now let's provide some changes. And the first one for sure, okay, I wanted to say that we could just change the first message. However, we can change it here, it's fine. So let's do this very quickly. Ask me anything about our company. That could be okay. But now let's go right here and just say. All right, so everything is fine for now, I believe. However, I added files inside our knowledge base in ElevenLabs, but it seems it doesn't work. So please fix it and make sure like our agent answers, you know, from the knowledge base and has this actually knowledge. Let's run it. Let's take a look. Fixed and verified. It works. The agent put the exact KB, so knowledge base fix. Check your Tempo settings under integrations to make sure your calendar shows a green connected batch, which only exists in your uploaded troubleshooting doc. Okay, let's just test it out. So once again, let's go ahead, pull up our file, and let's start a call.
Hey there, I'm Tempo's assistant. Ask me anything about scheduling with Tempo and I'll help you out.
Could you tell me, is Tempo free to use?
Yes, Tempo does offer a generous free tier that's perfect for individual users. Paid plans are available if you need features like team calendars, custom branding, or priority support.
Does Tempo handle multiple time zones?
Yes, Tempo does handle multiple time zones. It automatically detects the booker's local time zone and shows your availability in their time. You can also choose to lock a booking page to a specific time zone.
Perfect. So now it works on our document. So it solved the issue, and yeah, it works perfectly right now. Additionally, what I want to do is to change the voice a bit. So maybe I'm gonna take this voice and I'm gonna provide my very own voice.
In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've... The best way out is always through.
Maybe let's take this one. Okay. It was I would say it was created long time ago. Now for sure it would be better. Also, I didn't provide here a lot of like a lot of footage to base on, a lot of audio. However, it's still fine. So now we can click here. So sync now. And we can refresh this website and let's take a look if it's gonna work.
Hey there, I'm Tempo's assistant.
Still we have the voice of a woman. So now we can go to Visual Studio and just tell. Right now I changed the voice to other voice, to actually mine voice. So please make sure actually the agent speaks this new voice, okay? Because still once I use the agent, it uses a woman's voice. And it is a great, I would say, behavior. Anytime you have a problem, just go to Claude. I treat it like as my, I would say, as my brother, like, you know, older brother that knows everything and helps me with you know, my problems. So we can become really lazy by using Claude Code, like having multiple sessions and running multiple projects. However, it's fine. Like the world goes forward this specific thing, and yeah, I really love it for now. Let's take a look. 2 things to sort. The voice listing had a quoting bug and the agent voice ID is not showing as none. Let me dump the agent's TTS blocked fully and list voices cleanly. Okay, hopefully it changes this thing. Now even it asks about my voice, so it's gonna be this one, submit answers, and it's gonna like switch these voices and IDs. So setting the agent's voice to Christian, and now we have the ID for it, and verifying. Set agent voice to Christian and verify. Perfect. It's gonna change it. I'm down, updating the local config to match so it stays the source of truth. Fixed, your agent now speaks in your voice. Let's refresh. Start a call. Instantly cloned voices are not available on your current plan, please. Unfortunately, right now I can see my subscription is not enough and I have a free subscription. So it's also an indicator for you that you can use ElevenLabs for free for this project. So when we go to developers, we go there, we've got like 10,000 credits. And then if you prefer to purchase a subscription, it's not that expensive, I would say, because you pay like, for the starter plan, you pay $6 and it's like 75 minutes of calls included. But for now, I feel like it works, everything is fine, and we had a proper conversation with our customer agent. We inserted that on our website, and yeah, everything worked out. And now at the end of the video, some information about costs. So to begin with, remember that 1 minute of a call with someone will take approximately from 8 to 10 cents, I would say. And now if you have someone that speaks with your agent hours every day, it can be really, money consuming. So pay it in mind. Additionally, make sure to don't share your widget. When you have your agent, make sure to don't share this information, which is right here, because otherwise someone can literally just spend all of your credits on your account. And with that being said, I would say that's everything for that video. To be honest, I thought it's gonna be longer because I didn't expect it's gonna work for the first time. We didn't have many problems. However, it's a good indicator. So yeah, everything works, and now you can create your very own customer agent literally by prompting Claude, and that's it. So that was Claude plus ElevenLabs. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.